really wanted to get to know you more because you're a veteran in the industry. You've been in the business for how long?
15 plus years.
15 plus years. Now I've been in almost 23 years in May of 2025. I don't know when this comes out, but that's a long time. Only thing I ever did, right? And what I love is that having been in the industry as long as we have, is really been able to see Miami transform. And it's like it's been on steroids over the last 3-4 years. What year is it? 24, 4 years.
4 years.
It's been on steroids, this transformation. And this house that we just saw, that Admiral Construction built, I think is filling a need in this market because the demographics have changed dramatically in Miami, right? Tell me a little bit about Shenandoah. Like, we're in Shenandoah now. You're representing a developer that does a lot of construction in Shenandoah. What was Shenandoah like?
So 40 years ago, this is where everyone was starting their life.
Yeah.
Coming from their country, purchasing homes here. Now what you're seeing is young professionals that live in Rent and Brickell, graduates. Now they want to live close to Brickell, Coral Gables, and this is where to move. So you're seeing the changes.
Well, I know. So back when I went to University of Miami a long time ago, people wanted to stay, but they couldn't because there was an opportunity here.
Right.
But now they're graduating and they are able to stay because of the real entrepreneurial spirit.
That's right.
I think some of these Gen Zs, half of them, the other half, industry disruptors.
Yes.
They are creating new technologies, new way of doing businesses, and they decided, we're going to stay in Miami. We're going to do it here.
We're going to do it, and they're doing it.
They're doing it.
And they're purchasing homes in this particular area.
Yeah, yeah. I actually have some clients that moved from Michigan to Miami because why not, right? The weather.
The weather.
Right? And they have an online startup. They are killing it. And where they're spending the millions of dollars, because I think they revenued 70 million last year. They're literally under 25 years old.
Yeah. And they're making, and right. And they don't need an office space probably.
They don't know.
They don't need employees. They're doing it all from their phones or from their computer in an office in their home.
Yeah, yeah. And they're all staying in Miami. Crypto's a big thing. But Miami was always known as the international banking center. Right? It was the doorway to Central and South America, to Latin America, but now we've got Wall Street here,
That's right?
We've got hedge funds, we've got Citadel, we've got Apple, we've got FIFA, we've got the World Cup, we've got F1 racing. We've got all this amazing stuff on top of Miami Music Week and Art Basel and everything every weekend. Don't get FOMO in Miami. There's something happening all the time.
Which is why no one wants to leave and wants to move here.
And I think that over the last couple of years, everybody's just kind of figured out Miami's the it girl,
right?
And what we see here with projects like this, I think the reason why a developer can sell property like this, can develop property like this, is because, as I was saying, the demographics and the income brackets in Miami have changed dramatically.
That's correct.
I saw a statistic that for every family making over $200,000 a year that leaves Miami because it's too expensive, right? 3 move in.
3.
Yeah. It's changed dramatically. And so now we need more schools. We need more private schools. If you look at the turnover rate with the super luxurious private schools, before COVID, 15-20% turnover rate, people getting relocated, new people coming in and out. Today, it's like 1% or less. People are not moving.
They're not. Everyone coming from the influx of people that have come in, they want their kids to go to the best schools.
And so when you're marketing properties like this, who are you marketing them to?
We're marketing properties to out-of-towners from California, New York, and young professionals that live in Brickell. That their rents, they're paying $4,000 or $5,000 in rent when they could, or more, right?
Yeah.
And that's just a one-bedroom probably.
The one bedroom is $4,000 or $5,000. Yeah,
it's $4,000 or $5,000. So we're marketing directly to buyers from New York, buyers from California, young professionals that are looking to stay close to Brickell.
Even Chicago emptied into Miami as well. Not to mention Latin America. I've done a lot of business with Colombian families, with Mexican families, back in the day with a lot of Venezuelan families moving here to Miami. And I know that the product... Brazil, the dollar and the real were 1-to-1 in 2015. It's changed dramatically, but there's still people coming in from Brazil because the super rich in Brazil, are rich regardless of currency.
Right.
And they all want to be here in Miami. Because why not? Y porque también hablamos en español. Y falamos portugués. We know, we're very international
We're
city.
warm and welcoming.
We're warm and welcoming. Yes, yes. And so we know Miami has really transformed over the years. You know, where do you think it's going?
It's just getting started, especially here in Shenandoah.
Yeah.
You're going to see in the next 15, 20 years, you're going to see builds like this.
Yes, everywhere.
Everywhere.
This is the Miami brownstone.
Correct.
Yeah.
And this is just, as I mentioned earlier, this is one of Admiral Construction Group's project, but they're building tons in the area, many more. So you're going to start seeing the neighborhood develop. It's already starting to develop, but you're going to see it a lot more in the next 10 years.
What I love about Miami, because Miami-Dade County, as you know from the traffic, was not very well planned because it wasn't planned. Miami was a whole bunch of little towns and villages that just kind of grew up on top of each other and caused traffic jams. but
we don't plan things here.
it just happens organically. But that's why, you know, now we have the design district, Midtown. You know, a Little River is the Miami Innovation District. You have MIMO. You know, we have Shenandoah and Silver Bluff and Coconut Grove and Coral Gables. And there's so much. There's something for everybody. And Brickell wasn't Brickell.
It wasn't.
You know,
it was more,
15
you would go to
years
work.
ago, that was a tennis court. You know, and now it's Brickell City Center. You know, even downtown and the Miami World Center. There's so much happening here. It's so exciting to really be a part of it. And that's why I love real estate. When I moved to Miami and finished at the University of Miami, people were like, oh, it's so diverse. It's so diverse. And I'm like, it's Cuban, it's Haitian, it's white, it's Jewish. You know, but now
everything.
It's everything.
Everyone's here.
Everybody's here. And they keep coming. And so I do believe in long Miami. I believe this is not going to change. And when people go, it's a bubble, it's a bubble, it's a bubble.
It's not a bubble. It's not a bubble. We would have seen it happen already.
Do you know what it is? It's land constrained. We don't have acres and acres of buildable land. Right. We've got the Everglades.
Right. Can't
and
build
what
there.
You see is what you get. And Shenandoah is above sea level. It's nowhere near any flood zone. I remember I put a well in my house. I had to go 40 feet down in order to actually hit water. That's how far away we are from the water.
And that's a concern that a lot of out-of-town clients have. Is this in a flood zone?
Right.
They're scared. They see the news and what's happening in Brickell when it's raining.
Well, that's also because of the construction in Brickell.
That's
you know, you want to, the environmentalists, and I am also one, we don't want construction debris going into the bay. And so you've got to block all of the sewers where the water would normally go. Right. So if you see there's flooding in downtown Miami, they're building the Signature Bridge, they're building Miami World Center. All of those things are blocked. But yes, there are some low-lying areas. Floods do happen, but water does not stick around because it's a limestone bedrock. But talk about limestone bedrock. I put in a pool. We had to use jackhammers.
Ooh, to get down.
There's no sand in Shenandoah. It is coral stone. And so not having to pay for flood insurance, you know, having all these new construction with the latest building codes. I think Miami in general has some of the best, strongest building codes in the United States.
Absolutely.
You know, these things aren't going anywhere. We're not getting blown away. We're not getting flooded. We got
impact windows.
Impact windows. You know, coconuts are not flying through here because we do cut them down before a storm. We're prepared.
We're prepared
is
for
what
storms.
I'm trying to say.
That's right. New construction is definitely prepared for any storm.
But even the old stuff, they don't build it like they used to. Everything is a cement structure. We really don't have any wood frame homes. You're like a few here and there that have survived all this time. But really, everything here is built to last. And if you look at Miami's building codes, and even in the high rises, you know, they're solid. You know, they're solid, they're cement, they're reinforced. And I personally think that given the land constraint, we really only have anywhere to go up or knock down. Like this is probably a duplex,
This is an example,
right?
This was a duplex, and this is a perfect example of what you just said. This is a 3-story townhouse. First floor, your living space. Second floor, your bedrooms. Third floor, rooftop.
Outdoor kitchen.
Outdoor kitchen. How convenient is that?
Yeah.
So you're going to see a lot of that now.
Yeah.
Because there's no land constraint. Like you said,
we're land constrained. And being land constrained, the cost of land goes up, right? Not to mention the cost of construction and everything. So if people look at new construction in Miami being over $1,000 a square foot, I'm like, listen, people spent probably $1.5 to $2 million just for the land.
Yes, that's right.
Right? So it's here to stay, and everybody wants to be here. So if you're going to live and work in Miami for at least 5 years or more, own a home. You gotta own a home. Shenandoah is the best place for it too.
That's great.
We've got parks, we've got good schools, and I do a 15-minute walk to Little Havana. I do a 15-minute walk to Coconut Grove, or a 15-minute walk to Brickell, or it's a 15-minute walk to Coral Gables. We don't do it most of the year because it's very hot, but this time of year.
And that's what a lot of clients from out of town, they're used to walking.
Yeah.
They're used to walking in California, used to walking in New York. So that's why this is this reminds them not a little bit of home, because they get to walk to all those areas.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's been great to talk to you and really share our ideas and our shared experiences, and I hope we can do it again. So, thanks.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.